Hello, twos, and welcome to your insight reveal. We have the energy of the tail end of Mercury retrograde. We have a full moon in Taurus. If you are a Taurus, you may be more affected by this. And we also have Hallows Eve, Halloween, Samhain. Any way that you look at it, it's definitely a blend of energies. Things have been a little bit crazy on the outside, but for this reading, we're going to go within for you. I'm going to read a little something from the astrological moon chart from 2020 to give you a little bit of insight in the energies and how you can best utilize this. And I'm really excited that the deck that you chose today is a deck created by a very good friend of mine, and I'll put the information in the box below. And it is the Real Tarot. And yes, I usually say tarot, but he says tarot, so I would like to use it as intended, even though that some of the images I will be using as I intend. So it's definitely an interesting mix here. And for the Samhain, this festival is celebrated worldwide as a time to honor our deceased relatives, our ancestors, and death itself. The veil between the living world and the spirit world is said to be so thin that those in spirit may walk beside us and we may feel their love. As the night grows steadily longer, we begin to withdraw from the outside world, and our thoughts naturally become more introspective. Make lanterns and build a bonfire. Light candles for your relatives in spirit and send them your love on the wing of a prayer. So yes, if you're feeling a little bit stronger energy of your loved ones around you at this time, or signs and synchronicities in that, that's absolutely happening. So don't dismiss it. Pay attention to the synchronicities. Write them down. If you don't know what they mean, you don't have to. Sometimes they're signaling something for you for a later time. So keep that in mind. So the first three cards we're going to deal with is what happened during Mercury retrograde. Second three will be dealing with what's happening over this full moon energy, and then moving forward into the future energy today and beyond in the third row. The card over here will be the instrumental in the background card for you, and let's get started. So what's in the background right now is being willfully blind to a situation and not really wanting to move forward and make a choice that needs to be made. That you may be in a situation where you're feeling that way because not all of the elements of the story have revealed themselves to you, and that's okay. It looks like they will be doing that over the next couple of weeks. But if you've been stuck in a situation, I want you to kind of look at where you may have been in denial about something, okay, as it starts to come up. So in a general reading, some of the messages are for you. Some of them will not resonate entirely. Take what's yours and leave the rest. It's very bright. Sorry, it's a little darker now, but because I expressed this I will be expressing this in all the videos. I saw an online tarot reader say something very interesting that I think will be helpful to those of you who might struggle with trying to find your messages in a general reading. In a general reading, some of the messages will be yours, some of them will be for someone else. So one of the ways, if you've ever seen or been to a gallery reading, where you know instinctively that message is yours, but then there's other things that are not ringing a bell and resonating, I would just leave those out because they may not be your messages. They may be for whoever needs to hear them. And I wouldn't dismiss the messages that are coming through for you. If they are your messages, you will know that. Or if you don't know it yet, you will in a couple of days, a couple of weeks. Okay, so it looks like Mercury retrograde for you was a struggle with balance. And I don't just mean getting all the things in your life balanced. I mean being accepting of the light and the dark. And I talk about this a lot. Your light self and your shadow self. Part of you that wants to do good coming from the heart space, and the part of you that has triggers and is human and may have addictions or may have things that come up that need healing that you thought were resolved. And that's a big thing about Mercury retrograde too. It's not always coming up to mess with you. A lot of times Mercury retrograde comes up to present you a situation, and it's not always easy, that you thought was healed that wasn't, because there was some element that you needed to shift in perspective of to move on. And this usually happens because it wants to fertilize the ground for your next manifestation or blessing. So if there's something that's been held up because you've tried to manifest it and it's not working, and over the last couple of days or weeks you've been dealing with some heavy emotional baggage from your past, it's all on point, okay? It's all part of the work that you need to do to help your manifestation and blessings along, because it definitely looks like you have them coming. So you want to be prepared for it. You also have the energy of the Magician. Again, this has a lot more to do with manifestation. This is the card of magic, okay? So this talks about very, very powerful ability to manifest into what you want, okay? And to know that you have that, even if there's something in your way. And it looks like for you, what's kind of been in your way is some conflict here. It's almost like maybe some competition, maybe some conflict, maybe not having supporting energies, maybe having to get yourself involved in other people's spats and battles, and kind of putting your manifestation and desires on a back burner here. If these are all kind of reminiscent of how you've been experiencing Mercury retrograde, don't worry, we're almost done. And by election day, we should be done by election day. Don't be surprised to still feel those energies, because we have so many moving parts in the energy of this while I'm filming this video. I'm actually filming it on Halloween morning because I wanted to pull all of the energy in for your reading. We have a full moon in Taurus. We're getting the gift of heart, which is like the Ace of Cups, okay? So this is an opportunity for love, okay? This could be self-love. It could be love of a person. It could be love of a job, a passion, a career. And it's being presented to you as a gift. So this would be a new beginning that will really make your heart flutter. So that is what this full moon is going to reveal to you once it strips away some of the things that maybe no longer serve you, or shakes out maybe some information that you didn't have before that will help you make a better decision for yourself on what you're trying to manifest. Six of Hearts makes me feel that there's definitely some nostalgia going on. This could involve children. I mean, yeah, it is Halloween. But also the ability to see something from your past in a new light. Something from your past may come back. It wouldn't be in a bad way. It would be something that you would be really happy to see. A feeling of a childlike wonder, and almost like a time when there wasn't so much worry. And this could be in society right now with the myriad of things happening outside of your realm, but also it could be somebody from your past, from your childhood, returning in a very, very happy way. Then we have the moon, which is dealing with a lot of, well, it's funny that moon is in the moon energy card here. Spirit definitely has a sense of humor. But this is a lot about reflection and intuition and going within and the things that maybe we don't know. This could sometimes be secrets, but I don't feel like for you throughout, maybe the beginning of this reading was a little bit rocky, but I don't feel like moving on that this is secrets in a way that would be detrimental to you or hurtful to you. I just think for you, it would be kind of going within to the information that you already have from your spirits and guides, and what you will do with that information in the long term. Then as we move forward, we're having the Nine of Passion, which presents as the Nine of Wands, which just is an energy of just perseverance, okay? To continue that journey, to know that you may be exhausted, but you're almost there, okay? And for some of you, this could also be a warning that maybe you're taking on too much at this time, and you need to release some of that to give some room in your garden for the fairies to grow. So it would be a good time to look at that. If you're feeling close to giving up, definitely hang in there, because this one next to it too is the Seven of Wands. Talks about standing your ground when it comes to what's important to you and being able to live with yourself, because at the end of the day, the choices that you make, while they may affect other people, you ultimately live with them. So not everybody is going to be in agreement with your path or understand your path, nor do they really have to. So if there's a need to defend yourself and your choices, I would really look out for that at this point in time. And then you also have another seven coming in, Seven of Creation, which is the Seven of Cups, so choices. Many choices. We end this reading with the amount of choices and options that are going to be available to you. So if you've been feeling very boxed in, just know that what's coming towards you is a lot of choices and options. Some of them will be helpful, and some of them will make you very happy. And some of them just aren't for you. So this underlying energy that we started with, this Two of Mind, which is the Two of Swords, about being willfully blind of a situation or not seeing it for what it is, or more importantly, not coming from your heart space. You have the Ace of Cups here, which means this new beginning has to come from your heart space. So first you want to get really clear about what that is. It doesn't have to be specific. Actually, sometimes it's better when it's not specific, because I know Agnes always says, or AJ, as you may know her, will always say when we wish for something or when we try to manifest something, it's always important to say this or something better, because sometimes your angels, guides, and spirits know better than you about what might be best in your life, what would really truly make you happy. And sometimes we also limit ourselves too on what we want to ask for. Maybe we don't want to be greedy. Who knows? Everyone has different reasons for the elements of why they hold themselves back. But again, you have this card of magic here, so it's a very, very powerful card. It's like bringing your things into balance will help you to manifest in a very powerful way. And believe it or not, as things unfold, and some of them may be surprises to you, this is something that was absolutely manifested for you, and that it's almost like your higher self manifested here, even though it may be taking your earthly self a minute to catch up and understand why. Just know that as you go through this bumpy road, you have so many gifts that are coming to you soon that will absolutely delight you. So if you'd like to have a private reading, the information is below to the website. You can contact me. There are all sorts of levels to that we can do. But if this is fine for you, absolutely every 2 weeks, there will be some type of insight opportunity interactive that you're able to do. And Jerry Antner, thank you so much for this beautiful deck. It's gorgeous, and the information is down below. I've never seen a deck done like this, and I am a tarot collector. So again, this is the real tarot, and the information for how you can purchase that and put it in your collection too will also be down in the box below. Happy moon cycle. Happy Halloween.